We have the magnetometer here in this case. Now, the magnetometer is essentially like a giant metal detector, very powerful.
So Justin is using the magnetometer to track down mass quantities of metal and confirm a more precise location of the planter.
We've got the sensor on the front end here. This can detect ferrous metals, so your irons and your steels, upwards of 1,000 feet. So I'll be holding this underwater, and hopefully we'll get some good readings at the end of this and be able to detect where the planter is. We believe the planter is somewhere about 3 or 4 miles out. It's been buried for well over 150 years. The magnetometer detects variations in the magnetic field of the Earth, and we'll be able to assess where heavy metals are. All right, we just pulled up to the dive location, and we're kind of circling the point at the moment.
Yeah, that's a sonar image right there. And see those little bleeps right there? That's something sitting on the bottom. There's definitely something down there. See, there's something.
Yeah, anomalous.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're gonna dive down with the magnetometer. Try to get a couple detection points, see if anything picks up, and hopefully we can see if we can pick up remnants of the planter.
Right now, all researchers have to work with is a general location of the wreck. If Justin can pinpoint its location, future researchers can come back with more advanced equipment to study the planter.
The magnetometer, as soon as you're in the water, I mean, you're holding on to the thing and it just starts taking you, so it's essentially like getting dragged.
The conditions north of Charleston on the Atlantic coast are notoriously difficult. Justin is dragged away from the dive boat by current speeds up to 10 feet per second as he battles 8-foot-high swells.
I'm kicking like hell. I wouldn't recommend it for the average diver.
Strong currents kick up sand dunes, making Justin's dive even more challenging.
The visibility, it's like a chicken soup down there. As soon as you start to descend down maybe about a foot, it goes from maybe 1 foot visibility down to you can't see the fingers in front of your face.
The massive steam engines on the planter were constructed using iron, so the magnetometer could be triggered by pieces of it.
Hit about 15-foot bottom, and to get a reading on the magnetometer, the interesting thing is there's not very much ferrous metal out here that would be detected otherwise. It was wild out there. It had to be at least 2 knots worth of current over there.
That's like having a 30-pound weight pulling you down in the water.
The 2 to 3 hits that we did get are the ones that would give us a clear reading that this is the remains of the ship. We definitely need to come back another day to do some more serious excavations. To dive on the planter at this moment is significant. I mean, this is a piece of African-American history, of American history, that most people don't have the opportunity to see. And knowing that our history lies not just on land, but also under the sea is powerful.